Hello and welcome back. My name's Gloria. Today we're going to be making some peonies out of coffee filters, and these are some of the ones I've done already, and I have them in a vase. So you're going to need coffee filters. I used acrylic paint, different colors. I used pink, orange. I made the color purple with red and blue. For the red and blue, for this coral color, I believe I mixed red and orange. I was trying to get like a peach color, and I think I kind of succeeded. And I used blue and yellow. So what you need to do, because I have orange and pink left, you're going to take your coffee filters and you're going to put some acrylic paint inside of a bowl. Then you're going to add water, and then you're going to mix it to the color you desire. You're going to need 10 coffee filters total for one peonies. So what I did was I put it in a bowl, and then I folded my coffee filter in half and in half again, and in the bowl I just dipped it, and in some points you can see where the edges are a little darker, and I like that. Then after you're done, you're going to leave it in there like a little bit, and then you can turn it over and get the other side, or you could leave it white. It's entirely up to you. And what I did was I stacked them in stacks of 3 or 4, and then the other one 2, and then I laid them out onto a pan, and I put it in the oven on 250 for 15 minutes. You need to watch and be careful because they will burn if they're in too long. The thicker your stack, the harder it is to dry. So when they came out, as I was taking them out, and they were a little wet in the middle or on the side, I would put them back in after I manipulated them some. So you can use food coloring, you can use paint like I did, acrylic paint. You can use any kind of paint you have. You just want to dilute it. When you first do it, it's going to be very, very dark, but as it dries, it gets lighter. With my yellow flower here, it seemed like the yellow absorbed a lot of the color in the beginning. So what I did was I put my faucet on a very low stream, and I took 2 of them because I wanted them for the middle, and kind of ran them under the water a little bit, squeezed them out so that I could get a little bit of a yellowish color. The reason it has the different color on here is because when I was drying it, I had laid it on another color, probably the purple, and it bled onto here. I like it. Flowers aren't perfect, they're just beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So let's get started. First, you want your lightest ones. I like to have dark in the background. So it's your preference. You could go light to dark, dark to light. I am going to go with the 2 lightest ones I have. I'm going to fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And fold it in half again. You're going to have a little petal, just like this, with a point. Then I take my scissors, and I'm going to cut into a heart shape. So it's kind of a heart shape. Now, you're going to open it up again, and I'd like this point to be better because I'm not the greatest cutter. So I'm going to go and do a little V right in where it's at, right there. And I'm going to do it again and again. Just making it more pronounced, and every petal is not going to be the same, which is great. So it's entirely your preference of how you'd like it cut, but I'd like them a little deeper. So once you have your flowers the way you want it, you want to take your scissors and make a little slice in the bottom, just a little one. It's not very big. Okay? Now, you can use pipe cleaners, you can use floral ribbon or floral wire. I did not have any, but I had a lot of flowers that I purchased over the years. So what I did was, I'm using their stem. And then I made a hook at the top. So you're going to need to make a hook at the top. I don't have to paint this or anything because they're already green. All I did was take the petals off. So I scrunched this up. I like to scrunch my flowers up a lot as I go. Then you're going to take 4 of your other pieces of paper, and we're going to fold the same way we did. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. This cut is going to be like a teardrop. So it'll be like a petal or a teardrop. And you'll have the point at the bottom. So I'm just going around and cutting, cutting, cutting to make my teardrop shape. Anything you don't like, if you have extra like I do, just cut it off. Then, as you open it, it looks like a heart. And I'd like to split down the middle. And then I'm going to do a little cut right at the bottom, like I showed you before. That's for your pipe cleaner, or your floral wire, or part of a flower that you already had and are using that. I like to scrunch these up because peonies have a lot of different shape to them. So I put that aside and I take my last 4. And you are going to fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Fold it in half one more time. You're going to try and make sure all the lines line up. And then you're going to cut another teardrop shape. So it's a total of 10. If you are putting them in the oven, it's on 250 for about 15 minutes. I continually check mine because I don't want them burnt. And as I go, if they're done, I take the ones that are done out and put some more wet ones in. I'm going to cut right here, cut right here, cut right here, and then again I cut up the middle. Now you scrunch them up, scrunch them, scrunch them, scrunch them, scrunch them. Now I'm going to take my lightest color of the pink, unravel them, I don't want them to have the exact same formation. Scrunch it up again. And pull it out. Then I take my wire that I put a little circle on the top, and I'm going to put my flower petal through where the hole was. Then I'm going to get hot glue and put it right here. And then you're going to take your petal, try not to burn yourself, and you're going to mold it tightly around where the wire is bent. Okay? This is going to be the center of your flower. Now I have the exact same one, putting it on. Now when I glue these, I like to hold the petal and hold where the middle part is down so I can put my hot glue on, and it's easier to just turn the stem and then bring this down and then form your bud in the middle. I like to use 3 of these, so I'm going to unsquunch all of these. Use another one. Unfold it, straighten it out. You don't want your petals all overlapping. You don't want the same shape going. So what I do is I like to open this up a little so I can see. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Take the petal, put the glue on all the way around by turning my wire. Now, see where there's a dip here? That's where I want a petal. So, I'm going to take my flower and squunch it up here and squunch the bottom. I'm constantly manipulating the flower the whole time I do this. Same thing for the next one. You put it on, you put your glue on, wherever there's no petal in the middle here, that's where you want your petal, right there. And squish it on. Same thing for the next one. I'm going to go with a brighter one here, just to bring out some color. Oh, they're blowing away. Go around with your hot glue, wherever there's no petal. You don't want it uniformed, but you want the petals, you know, to look full. See what I mean? And you put it on. Now I'm going to go with a lighter one. Put it on. Go around with the glue. Put it upside down and squish it on. Now for the next one, put the next petal on, go around, put your petal in between your other petals where the point is, and squunch it on. See how it's coming together? And I like how I have different shades. Now I'm going to undo these 4. We're almost done this one. Squunch it up. Unfold it. You want to put it through your hole in the bottom. You want to glue around your flower and put your petals on there. I like when I use things that I have at home because starts to cost so much money doing crafts. Even if you go to the dollar store and you're paying $1, it still costs money. And it's springtime, and I love these flowers. So I figured I should do a tutorial on how to make them. And you can use these in other crafts. So if you wanted the peonies in one of your crafts, just do all of them either the same color or different colors. It's your choice. I think there's 2 here, but I can't get them apart. Okay, I'm guessing there's not. So through the hole, put glue on. Careful not to burn yourself. And then I'm going to put the darker one on. I like to squunch it, and the reason I squunch so much is because peonies have different shapes to them, for one, and 2, I sometimes forget that they're supposed to have these shapes. So I like to do it as I'm going. So this petal, the last one, go around. Put your petal on, and first I'm going to scrunch it up just like that, but I'm going to take these bottom petals and kind of turn them out. Not too much, just a little, and it's done. So I'm going to do one more so that you know what we're doing, so you don't have to rewind. So I have my colors here. This is an orangish color, and it has a little purple. I do like the purple. So you take 2, the lightest color or the darkest, because it could go dark to light or light to dark. Fold it in half, fold it again in half, fold it again, and you're going to make a heart shape. Okay, here's my heart shape. If you don't like how it looks, just cut some more off. I'm going to cut here a little bit. I don't like that. And pull these out. Gives it a little bit more definition. I like to cut down the flower a little bit so that the petals can move freely. Open it again. Make sure I cut the middle. Make sure everything has a little cut down it. And then you're going to do a little cut right in the middle here. Now I scrunch them up. Then I take 4, 2, 3, 4. I think I want this purple one in here too, so we're going to switch that out. I like the purple. Fold it in half. See how it's got this brown mark? That is from me burning it in the oven. So you have to be careful. 2, as soon as they feel dry, take them right out. So 250 for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how tall or how many you have in your stack. They dry much faster with the least amount. So here's my petal that I cut into a teardrop. I'm going to open it again, cut down, give it a little bit different definition so all the petal leaves look a little different. And then one little scrunch up the middle and scrunch it up. So for the rest, the last 4, you fold it in half, fold it in half again, fold it in half again, and you're going to do the teardrop. So it gets very thick, so you can do less than this. This is just to save time. And then you open it again. It all looks like hearts. I'm going to cut right here and cut down, cut down, cut down, cut up the middle. I do like the purple on this. Squunch it up. Get my last hook. Open up the lightest of colors. Squunch it up some. Open it up. Put your floral wire, whatever you have, through the hole. Glue your little shepherd's hook right here. Take and push it in the middle. You want it very, very tight. Very, very tight. Then you take your next one. Put glue around it. Push it down. And you want it very, very tight. See, I keep manipulating the petals. I just want them to have a shape, a nice shape. Unfold your petals. Straighten them out a bit, put it through the stick, get your glue, go around the outside, take your petal and squunch it up and make sure it's secure so that you have kind of like a bulb in the middle. The next one, squunch it up, straighten it out, put it on. A little bit of hot glue. I do like the different color in this. I really do. Make sure your petals are not exactly lined up the way the last one was. And squunch it around. The next one and the other one, squunch them up. If you don't like the way your leaves look, you can always trim them, which is also good. Put the next petal on, turn it upside down. I'm holding the flower petal with my finger up here, and make sure they go in a different way than the petal is before. Put the next one on. And you need to add glue. Glue, glue, glue. The next petals. See how there's a petal here and a petal here and a petal here. So you want it right in the middle. So far, oh, I really like the different colors in this. It's got some pink and purple and some orange. Now we unsquunch the last 4. If you don't like the way a petal looks, just fix it. So here we are. Go around the bottom. Now, since I have purple over here, I'm going to put the other purple over here. And don't forget, you don't want your petals lined up. That is not how they are when they're out in nature. Oh, I really think that's pretty, but then again, I love these flowers. Unsquunch it. You can do the glue first if you want. Keep it upside down. I think that's easier. And down you go. Squish it up. Okay, more glue. Unsquunch your petal. Put it on. Make sure the flower petals are not the same way. Squunch it up. Unsquunch your other petals. Use your glue. Squunch it up. Now it's time to shape your flower. I like to have the bottom one sticking out a little more, but I really like this. So here it is. Here's the vase of all my peonies, and I really like them. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm going to put what you need to make this craft. I am going to put that in the description box. And so like I was saying, I will leave the items you need in the description box. And I appreciate you coming to my page. Thanks so much for watching my tutorial. Have a blessed day. And I will see you next time. Bye.